Right, listen to this. I've got some massive Celtic updates for you today. We're talking about a shock move involving a Premier League legend, transfer whispers heating up with Balikwisha and Stengs, and then Chris Sutton absolutely tearing strips off the Celtic board in a way only Sutton can. And trust me, that last one is the one you cannot miss. Stick with me right to the end, hit that subscribe button so we can smash our 500 subscriber target and get this Celtic news to every fan around the world. Let's smash this together. Every single sub counts. Hit that button and be part of the Celtic family. Let's show the blue side who really runs Glasgow. So here's the chat, pal. Brendan Rodgers and the Celtic board are under fire after that absolute snooze fest against Kairat Almaty. Honestly, it felt like watching paint dry in the rain at Parkhead. You're crying out for a striker, someone who can stick the ball in the net, and now the name on everyone's lips is Jamie Vardy. That Jamie Vardy, the boy who terrorized Premier League defenses, rattled in 145 goals for Leicester, and made defending look like an optional extra. He's 38 now, free agent, but let's be honest, he'd still give half the strikers in Scotland nightmares. And here's the kicker. Brendan knows him inside out from their days at the Foxes. You can just imagine the reunion, Vardy in the hoops, feeding off Calmac's passes under the paradise lights. But hold your horses, because it's not just us sniffing about. West Ham fancy him. Brentford have had a look. Even we Wrexham want to have a nibble. And now Everton are being tipped to jump in. I imagine Vardy rocking up at Goodison just to keep the lights on for David Moyes. Sounds daft, but it's being talked about. Thing is, if he wants guaranteed goals and proper European nights, there's only one choice, isn't there? He can come up here, become a legend in green and white, and show the world he's still got it. And if he fancies a laugh, he can watch the Rangers' backline crumble against him. Might as well be training cones, the way they defend sometimes. Now, here's the real question I've got for you. Do you take Vardy at 38, knowing he could bag you goals straight away? Or do you say no thanks and demand the board actually invest in a younger striker with a future? Because one thing's for sure, we can't afford to be caught sleeping in this window again. Want me to rewrite this one even more hyped up, like I'm shouting it from the stands at Paradise? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it. Loldy till we hit 500 mad Celtic dafts. Right, so here's the latest for you, and it's actually sounding like the Celtic board might finally be waking up from their summer nap. Word is, we're not just closing in on Balikwisha, but now Calvin Stengs is looking hopeful as well. A Dutch winger with pace, trickery, and a proper eye for goal, and apparently Feyenoord's asking price is right in our range. About time, eh? Now, Stengs isn't just your average winger. The lad's got European pedigree, can take on a man, and here's the wee cherry on top. He actually knows how to hit a free kick. Imagine that. Someone in green and white actually sticking one in the top corner from a dead ball instead of smacking it into the wall every time. That alone is worth the signing. Add him and Balikwisha into the mix, and suddenly our attack doesn't look so powder puff anymore. But let's be clear, this can't stop here. We still need a proper, proven goal scorer, someone who can bury chances week in, week out. And a backup left back too, because Tierney's still not ready to play a full 90, and we can't afford to be patching it up game after game. But here's where it gets sticky. The board might be thinking about cashing in on Dyson Maeda. Let me stop you right there, Michael Nicholson. Don't even think about it. You've already sold Kyogo, you've punted Kuhn, and that's more than enough departures for one summer. Bring in the 4 signings Rodgers wants, get us through to the Champions League on Tuesday, then tie down Brendan and Dyson with new deals. Do that, and we're looking at a season of glory instead of the circus we've been watching lately. So let me throw this out to you. Would you take Stengs and Balikwisha if it meant selling Maeda? Or would that be absolute madness from the board? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's Kairat Almaty till we hit 500 mad Celtic dafts. Chris Sutton's gone full Sutton again, and honestly, can you blame him? After that snooze fest against Kairat, he's ripped the board to shreds, calling it the biggest gamble of them all, and you know what? He's spot on. 7 signings through the door this summer, and the priciest one was a striker that Brendan clearly doesn't even fancy. It's like buying a fancy whiskey and then leaving it unopened on the shelf. Pointless. Apart from Tierney, who's at least brought a bit of class back home, the rest haven't exactly set paradise alight. Sutton's sat there saying he's wearing his "I told you so" t-shirt, and it's hard not to laugh because it's exactly what every Celtic fan's been shouting for weeks. Fail to prepare to fail. Classic Sutton line, but painfully true. Not replacing Kyogo, Jota and Kuhn. That's not just a mistake. That's an own goal you'd expect from the other lot across the city, not from us. And yet here we are, going into a Champions League playoff with a front line that looks about as threatening as a wet Saturday on Sochi Street. It's arrogance or incompetence, maybe both. Did the board honestly think we'd coast through, then start spending once the group stages came? Madness. Rodgers is doing his best with what he's got, but this late window scramble is pure deja vu. The board's banking on pulling it out the bag at the last second, but supporters and Sutton aren't buying it anymore. And here's the kicker. He's not wrong to remind folk about the Scottish Cup final or those last 3 matches against the Huns. Did the board fall asleep through those two? So here's one for you. Do you think the board's failure to replace Kyogo and Jota is sheer arrogance, or are they just clueless? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's Kairat Almaty till we hit 500 mad Celtic dafts.